Today I'm making a shrimp and mussel pasta for 2 people. So I have 8 pieces of shrimp, 8 to 10 mussels, some Parmesan cheese, a handful of parsley, 3 garlic cloves, some spaghetti, a cup of heavy cream, 1/3 to 1/2 cup of white wine, 1 lemon, and salt, pepper, and red pepper flakes. Okay, so I'm going to start this recipe by bringing a big pot of water up to a boil for our spaghetti noodles. And to that I'm going to add a good portion of salt to the water. And then I'm going to add about 3/4 of the box of spaghetti noodles. I'm using the whole wheat kind, so feel free to use regular if you want. And we're just going to cook those noodles. Okay, and then to this smaller pan back here, we're going to steam our mussels. And just put the lid on, and it'll take about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, so our spaghetti is cooking, our mussels are steaming, so let's go ahead and start making our shrimp. So I salt and peppered my shrimp, and I wasn't going to originally, but I ended up adding cayenne pepper to it because anybody will tell you anything I make has to be hot, even though it may not have been my first intention, but then I'm like, ooh, cayenne pepper. So I'm just going to stick my shrimp in about a tablespoon of oil. And you want your pan to be pretty hot, so you get a good sear on them. So I'll cook these for about a couple minutes on one side and then about 1 more minute on the other. And yep, I'll be back when that's done. So my shrimp's been cooking for about 3 minutes, so I'm going to add to it my garlic that I chopped while it was cooking, and some lemon zest, and I'm going to give that a stir. I'm also going to add a tablespoon of butter. That I should have added before my garlic. Hopefully my garlic doesn't burn, so that is not what I want to happen. Okay, so to this I'm going to add my white wine, and my heavy cream. Okay, so this is up to a simmer, so I'm going to add a few red pepper flakes. Only a few, right? Some pepper. And a little bit of salt. Okay. And then I'm going to add the juice of half of a lemon. My lemon was huge, so I think half of it will be okay. Alright, give that a stir, and I think it's about time we can add our mussels. Okay, so as you can see, my mussels are cooked. They've all opened up, so there's no bad ones in there. So to that, I'm going to add it to my shrimp. Give it a little stir. And my pasta was done. If I get the camera at a good spot here, right? Alright, pasta was done. So I'm going to add a little bit of pasta. Well, not all of it, because I want to make sure that I didn't cook too much and there's not enough sauce for all the noodles. So I'll start with a little bit. And I'm just going to mix it around. Okay, so my mussels have been added into my pasta for about a minute. And now I'm going to add a handful of Parmesan cheese that I shredded. You want to always shred the cheese that you're using in a sauce yourself that you're making homemade, because if you don't, it'll be clumpy if you buy the pre-shredded cheese. It took me a long time to learn what was actually making my cheese sauce look so crappy. So to this, I'm going to add some chopped parsley. And I have some more chopped up, but I'm not going to add it all right now. I'm going to add about half now and then half when I plate it up. Alright, so this is done. Ready to eat? Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's all finished. So when you're plating this up at home, just put a little bit more Parmesan cheese on it, because more cheese is never a bad thing. And then some parsley. Alright, and that's it. So thanks for watching my video. I hope you give this a try. And you could easily make this for 4 people for the amount of money that you would spend at a restaurant for one plate. So save the money and do it at home. Alright, thanks. Speak, Ruger, speak! Good boy.